So my first task for my final project was to research some artists that I found on the web. So we have people like Tim Burton, Aardman Animations, Warner Bros. The main inspiration was Tim Burton because of his darker, more comical theme, as well as Aardman Animations just for the comical themes. I then researched some basic environments such as the forest areas, mainly taking it from game concept art, as well as medieval cities. The medieval cities were taken from real life photos as well as photos found on the web, and I plan on using this small space for some more research on interior. My next task was to design some environments, so I decided to go with a basic forest theme with some trees and some foliage around the area. So I started off in black and white. As you can see, I've used a variety of mark makings and then moved into colour. I then did a more final piece using watercolours for the main image, for all the main colours, and then going over it in fine liner. My next task was then to research some character development. So I researched many basic characters because I wanted to stick with the basic theme just so it was easier to animate. So I decided to draw my own designs using variations of these, and I decided on one final simpler design, just simple arms, legs and heads. I then moved on to more complicated detail characters. So I have full characters here. I have a standard soldier which I'll replicate more than once just so I can use lots of them. I have the main character, so there'll only be one of these, but he'll have a lot more detail. Bandits, which I can also replicate, so there can be more one of them, as well as a king character that I will merge into my storyline. I then started variation with colours, and so I've used pencil crayons for this one, just to start with, just to get some different colour types. So on the soldier we have a lot of greys and yellows, some browns. The main character is mainly brown with pink in his face. The bandit's also brown with like rags and a balaclava, and the kings are more royal blue with like a red cape and a golden crown. So far that's all I've done, and there's more to come.
Okay, great, well done Anthony. A few questions. So you mentioned like a paper-based stop motion. Sorry, I'm just trying to tilt the camera here. The work we've done so far has been using clay, well, sort of modelling clay, Play-Doh, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So what kinds, you've talked about your media and materials, what kinds of effects do you think you're going to be able to get with
Well, paper's
paper?
a lot more simpler, and it means I'm not as restricted to camera angles and 3D environments, so it's more of the effect of a lot of movement on one environment background.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly focusing on storyline, so simple animations such as arm movements, fighting scenes, mainly dialogue as well. So
you're going to record dialogue, you're going to have
record dialogue and then put
actors'
it over,
voices.
I'll probably be just voicing it all myself.
Are you going to have accents or?
I'll probably do a few, but then I can get other classmates to come and do accents for them. So
Great. And sound effects and music? Possibly?
sound effects, I will look online for royalty-free sound effects, which means I can use them without copyright issues. There are also, I think Ian has a sound effects folder that I could use.
Great, well done. And time-wise, you've been quite industrious, you've been quite productive in lessons. How are you going to manage your time so you get everything finished to a really good standard?
Mainly I'll create a production log, which will help me like decide what needs to be done and where. So I think I've decided for the pre-production, because I've done most of the research now, that I'll spend another 3 or 4 weeks just getting general ideas down, and then spend another 2-3 weeks just preparing all the characters and making a finalised product.
Mm-hmm. You sound like you're enjoying it, and it's something that you can, get a lot out of. So, well done, good start. Thank you very much.